What? What do you guys mean, where's Omegon? Who's this bitch? Omegon's right here. Look. Look, I'm Cthulhu-Kin. What do you mean I have skin? This is a flippin' pigmentation, alright? Fucking racists. Yeah, I can't really pass for Omegon. I mean, these kind of give it away, and I don't have a sexy voice like he does, unfortunately. Let's get this off. It's really fucking hot. Hello, Omegon's channel. My name is Miss Misa, and I'm taking over for Omegon while he does whatever Cthulhu-Kin do. I'm assuming he's probably punishing some sandwich wenches or something, but not me though. I deserve a head pat for doing this video. Well, tentacle pat, I guess, kinda. Yeah, one of the ongoing jokes on my channel is that I love head pats and that I have daddy issues, so that's just something to prepare for if you actually do end up going to my channel because of this video. Who am I kidding? None of you are gonna find me entertaining, so... But I am aware that Omegon has responded to BBC Three's Things Not to Say to Blank series, so I decided to respond to one of those videos that he hasn't done yet. Mainly because he can't respond to this one, because if he did, he'd be accused of mansplaining since it's to do with women. Would it class as mansplaining if it's from a Cthulhu-Kin? I don't really know. But this one's about things not to say to women in the workplace, and as a woman, and a woman who also has a job, I figured that I am a very good candidate to watch this video and see how much bullshit spews out of these women's mouths. So let's just get into it, shall we?
Calm down, dear. You're so bossy.
Maybe stop being bossy and irrational and people won't say these things to you? I mean, at my job, no one calls me bossy or says anything like this to me because usually I either am the boss because I've had supervisor roles before, or I don't go on bitch fits all the time and people actually see me as a nice, happy-go-lucky person, so maybe change your attitude a bit? I don't know.
Is it that time of the month?
Okay, this is something that people do not say anywhere near as much as girls like to think that they do. I have never heard someone say this in a professional setting, let alone a normal one. And the one time that I have heard one of my friends talk about someone saying this to them, it was a complete and utter piss take and a complete joke. And she knew it was a joke, so... It's kind of depressing how BBC Three has fallen from its tower of actual decent content. Not on YouTube, I mean in terms of their actual channel. I remember actually liking BBC Three. Those were better days.
I'll see you've got my girls out.
Of course I do.
They come everywhere with me.
Do you girls work in a brothel? Who says this at work? And surely if you're in a professional setting you wouldn't have the girls out anyway? I mean, cleavage isn't really something I like to show off if I'm in an office, so... Is this one of those things that they're just saying happened but didn't actually happen and they're making into a non-issue? Or like... what's going on here?
That's a bit inappropriate for the office.
I think commenting on the way I look is inappropriate for the office.
So because some dude said that you look good in the office or something, you're allowed to say anything you want in the office? Amazing, amazing logic right there. Personally, I don't really think this is how offices work. I've worked in an office job before and I'm working in one right now, and this isn't how this kind of stuff works. My boss has never said that to me because I tend to keep things, you know, professional and PG-13 in the office, and even if I make a kind of vulgar joke, it's usually with other people in the office who I know are not going to be like, that's a bit inappropriate for the office. I don't know where these girls work, like this doesn't seem like normal office behaviour to me.
You must wear certain sexualized items of clothing, heels, short skirts.
You actually don't have to. I used to wear trousers or long skirts when I worked in my old office job, so you don't have to. You can choose to wear something that's a bit less provocative if you actually want to. And I wore flats a lot of the time at the office because walking around in heels sucks, and no one said anything. As long as they're cute little pretty flats that go with the outfit, I don't really think anyone really gives a shit. And flats are really cheap too. They're a lot cheaper than heels. Yet again, do you guys work in a brothel? Because I don't know any office job that requires you to wear skirts. Especially short skirts. That's a bit of a weird requirement for an office.
Girl once said to me, like, you shouldn't have your hair like that. Like, no man's ever gonna choose you.
I'm getting the feeling that this is one of those conversations that didn't happen because The only people I know who speak like this are first-generation Africans. And trust me, my dad is one. He says stuff like this to me all the time.
I got fired from a job because I refused to wear high heels.
You could probably sue them for that. I'd probably sue them for that.
I had a Dulux colour chart, like a paint colour chart of acceptable shades of lipstick that we were allowed to wear.
You know, this might be a bit of a wild guess, but maybe that's because they don't want you to look too sexually appealing, because you might be distracting the men a bit. Red lipstick is a very sensual kind of colour for a lipstick, and if I go into an office, I wear this kind of lipstick, something that's not too bright, not too show-offy, and not too sensual and passionate and sexual. I wear red lipstick when I'm trying to look fabulous, which I'm not really trying to look like in an office. I'm just trying to look decent enough to get through the day most of the time. But the thing is, this kind of contradicts what you were saying earlier about having to wear short skirts and stuff, because I don't think the goal is to make you look as sexual as possible. And if they have required shades of lipstick you have to wear, I mean, they're probably not going to want you to wear really bright colours and stuff like that, but I think that's more just because of the office aesthetic, and it's not very professional to wear like blue lipstick, for example.
Calm down, dear.
Oh, I'm nobody's dick. Exactly.
Isn't it just total bullshit though that you can't actually have passion within an office without being like, oh, calm down?
Well, maybe you're not displaying passion, maybe you're just flat out screaming at somebody. This is something that a lot of women I've noticed don't realise, and it's that when you get really worked up to the point where you're basically shouting at people, sometimes it's actually hard to tell that you're doing it. I mean, half the time when I get really into something and I start yelling, I don't know that I'm doing it. I used to go to this store back when I was a bit younger to go play video games on Steam because my computer couldn't handle Steam, and I used to play some multiplayer games with my friends, like Left 4 Dead 2 for example, and I would shout and not realise I was shouting because of the headphones and everything, and I'd have to get told to basically shut the fuck up half the time. Sometimes when you're really into something, it's very hard to tell whether you seem like you're being aggressive or not. I don't think this is a gendered thing. I think this is just something that people do when they're so into something, they're not aware of how they're actually acting.
And I think if a woman is upset, she's automatically emotional.
Dude, girls get upset over dumb shit. I have been hanging out with my brother and his fiance a lot recently since moving back home, because I had to move recently, and oh my god, some of the stuff that she gets upset over is just fucking dumb. I love her to pieces, I love her so freaking much, right, but holy shit. She one time got upset because my brother, me, and her went to go eat somewhere, and then me and my brother thought it was too expensive, so we wanted to go basically next door to go eat there instead, and she felt upset and embarrassed because we had to walk out again. Like, she got really upset over this. Girls get upset over dumb shit sometimes. Girls are weird creatures. I am the first to admit this.
Now you get people being like, oh, cheer up, love. And
Yeah,
I'm like, what? It's like, would you ever say that to a man?
Exactly.
No, men just say things like, stop being a pussy, you fag, which to be honest is kind of worse, so I would rather not be in the men's position in this case, to be honest.
Is it that time of the month? You've been quite emotional today. Is it that time of the month?
Yet again, this is something that I don't really hear people say unironically, so this probably hasn't happened that many times. And to be honest, if someone said this to me, if I was acting really pissy, I would probably either laugh it off or just be like, you know, I don't actually get them anymore because of the contraceptive pill I'm on, so you're just being a bit of a pretentious taint. Gotta keep it classy. In a non-professional setting, I'd probably call them a twat, but, you know, gotta stay classy in the workplace.
I've said before, like, I'm feeling rubbish today, I'm on my period, and I've had a woman be like, oh, that's so gross, like, no, don't. It's like,
too much information.
Yeah, you're part of the problem.
Dude, like, periods are inherently disgusting, right? You're bleeding from your genitals. It's not a cakewalk, it's not fun, it's not great, and I have slight PTSD from mine because they were so painful, I couldn't get out of bed, which is partly why I take a certain contraceptive pill now that stops me from having them all together, because mine were like dangerous. They were like, it felt like I had dying disease. If guys started bleeding from their flipping urethras, I wouldn't want to hear about that either. It's just gross.
Can you make us some teas, love?
I picked it up, I'm like, hello? And he's like, coffee, darling, hangs up.
If they're above you in the work chain, make them tea. If they're on the same level as you, don't make them tea and explain that you're busy. It's what I do. I've never gotten in trouble for it. And I never really minded making tea for my boss. He only ever asked me to do it one time, and he gave me some free cookies because I did it. Like, I got free cookies for making a cup of tea, which is something that anyone in Britain can do, and do well. And this dude had money too, so these were some expensive cookies, and they were so nice. It was totally worth it.
The way to get around it is you make them a shit cup of tea.
Yeah, exactly.
And they will never ask again.
So because someone asked you to do something, you did it badly on purpose? That seems really childish to do in a professional setting. If you don't want to do a task, you still do it, even if it is begrudgingly. That's how work works. We all do things at work that we don't want to have to do. No one wants to have to actually go to work, but we grit our teeth and we just do it. Don't do it badly on purpose. That's really childish.
To be fair, I think the majority of my jobs that I've had in my life, it was my actual job to make tea.
You do realise that that last comment basically disregarded everything that you lot have been complaining about? You're basically complaining that you had to do your job at this point, like...
Can I speak to your manager?
I am the manager.
Who's the highest person I can speak to? Like, you're talking to them.
Oh, you're the, oh, you are. Oh, you are.
Yeah, this isn't because you're a woman, it's because they think you're not providing the right customer service that you should be. And you probably aren't, considering the women that are placed in this video. You lot don't seem like you like to actually do your jobs, so yeah, that's probably why. Everyone who has ever worked in retail in their life has had this happen to them, where someone's like, take me to the manager, and then you take him to the manager, and then the manager basically says exactly what you said, and it's like, ha. And I've had someone say, oh, bring me your supervisor, and I'm like, I'm the highest person in here, but I don't take it as a gendered sexist comment. Not everything is to do with gender.
They see the work before they see us, and then they meet, and they're like, oh.
You did that and you had a vagina?
Oh my god, you guys are reaching so hard. I'm surprised none of you have broken your frickin' arms. No one thinks like this. Like, I don't understand. Sorry, usually by the end of response videos I get to this point where I'm just kind of like, ugh.
It's in us that we feel like we are, on a subconscious level, a bit inferior.
Yeah.
I don't. I was a lot better than a lot of my male colleagues back when I was working in retail, and there weren't that many male colleagues when I had my office job, so I felt pretty damn proud of my work. Gender never really crossed my mind, and I never felt like I wasn't good enough to be there or anything like that. I think this is actually more to do with your insecurities, which you should probably do something about. But that is all that I can stomach of that video. I'm sure that Overlord Omegon will link it in the description below if you guys want to watch the full thing, because I didn't respond to all of it, because I think I would have probably spontaneously combusted if I'd have done that. Thank you, Overlord Omegon, for allowing me to make a video and posting it on your channel and everything. It was a very nice opportunity, and I hope that your subs like me. Guys, please subscribe to my channel, please. Please. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, awesome sauce. If you didn't, comment down below. Let me know why, because I read every comment on my videos, so I'm probably going to read every comment on this video, so I'm watching. If you guys comment anything weird, I'm watching. But hopefully I will see you guys on my channel. Have a good day, and peace out, everybody. Bye!